Green is the prime color of the world, and that from which loveliness arises. Green plants are not only important for the human environment, but they form the basis for the sustainability and long term health of the environment system. Hello students, welcome to my new channel, that is Bio Tutor. Okay, how are you? Hope you are doing well. Today I have come with an interesting content which is related with our nature, that is with the green plants. I am showing one thing, you have to guess what is that. Yeah, it is what is that? It is a part of a plant and it is very important, that is the green leaf. So today's topic is related with this portion of the plant, that is photosynthesis. It is one kind of physiological process which is very helpful for plant. Not only that, all living beings in the world depend on it. Clear? Because by this process green plant can make food by the process of photosynthesis. Not only that, they will also give out oxygen, which is very important for us. So the topic is photosynthesis. The color of this portion is green. Okay, why is it green? That is my question. Because the chlorophyll, which is the pigment, due to presence of this chlorophyll pigment, it is green. But another question, another points is there. Chlorophyll A and chlorophyll B, these two kinds of pigments are activated by the photon rays of sunlight. And here it is mostly active. It will be mostly activated by the red and blue spectrum. But due to shorter wavelength, the green color will be reflected back. That's why it will be looking green. Clear? I have shown you this leaf because it is very important for this aerial part is very important for photosynthesis, because it is known as kitchen of the plant. Why? Because all kinds of raw materials will be gathered, will be collected here for making the food by the process of photosynthesis, and they will make the food in the form of glucose, and later it will be stored in the form of starch or in complex form. Photosynthesis will be happening by two phases. First one is light phase and second one is dark phase. Okay? In the presence of sunlight, light phase and dark phase will happen. But in light phase, sunlight is very important, and in dark phase, sunlight is not so important, but both will be happening during day, not at night. Because light intensity or optimum light and optimum temperature is required for increasing the rate of photosynthesis. And while they will be crossing this optimum level, again the rate of photosynthesis will be lowered down. So first one I told you, that is the light phase. So before that I want to discuss regarding one kind of organelle which is present in plant cell, that is chloroplast. It is the site of photosynthesis. Chloroplast is the site of photosynthesis. I am showing you the picture. Here, have you seen I have written thylakoid, granum or stroma. What is thylakoid? A sac-like structure or disc-like structure that is known as thylakoid, and a group of thylakoids form a structure that is known as granum, and it is the singular form granum, but the plural form of this granum is grana. So grana is the site of light phase of photosynthesis. And another one I have written one ground substance that is known as stroma. Stroma is the site of light independent phase or dark phase. So, in case of light phase, it will be happening by different sub-processes. First one, it will be happened by the activation of chlorophyll. Where does chlorophyll present? Chlorophyll present on the wall of the thylakoid, on the walls of the thylakoid. Okay, and it will be activated by the photon rays of sunlight, mainly the red and blue color. And I told you chlorophyll A and B are very active for these kinds of plants. But in lower classes of plants, other chlorophylls are also activated. But here, chlorophyll A and B are very important. Clear? Here, first one, so activation of chlorophyll. After that, the second portion is in the presence of grana, it may happen. And second is the photolysis or breaking down of the one kind of important raw material, that is water. In the photolysis, photo means light and lysis means breaking down. That means in the presence of sunlight and in grana, water will be breaking down into hydrogen plus or H plus ion and H minus ion. Okay, and this H minus ion, after giving out or after releasing their H minus ion electron, they will be forming some radicals, that is H radicals, and 4 H radicals will be joining together to again form one water and oxygen, and that oxygen will be given out by the leaves, and this oxygen is known as byproduct, and also water will be given out. Clear? And after that, the reduction of NADP may happen. What is the full form of NADP? NADP means nicotinamide adenine dinucleotide phosphate. They will take that H plus ion. That means this process is known as oxidation reduction process. They will be reduced by taking the H plus ion. And as they are taking H plus ion, so this kind of NADP also is known as oxidizing agent. Clear? After that, after reduction of NADP, the next step is ATP formation, that is known as photophosphorylation. Photo, that means here also sunlight is necessary. Okay, in the presence of sunlight, what will be happening? ATP will be forming, and this ATP will be forming by adding one inorganic phosphate with ADP to form ATP. Clear? So it is the and after that the dark phase will be starting. So light phase, first one is activation of chlorophyll, second one is breaking down of water, that is known as Hill reaction also. It is also known as Hill reaction, and it is all another name is photolysis. Third one is production of O2, which will be given out by the leaves. Next one, reduction of NADP into NADPH2, and the last one is ATP formation, which is known as photophosphorylation. It is known as light dependent phase because without sunlight it cannot be happened, without light it cannot be happened. Clear? And second phase is dark phase or light independent phase. It will be done by fixation of the carbon dioxide. It is also known as Kelvin cycle. Clear? Here first double product will be produced in presence of one kinds of enzyme, that is known as RUBP, ribulose 1,5-bisphosphate. Okay, in the presence of this RUBP, here carbon difixation is possible, and first one PGA will be produced, that is the first double product, and here 3 PGA, that means 3 carbons product is known as, that's why it is known as C3 cycle. 3 carbons are present, that is PGA, phosphoglyceric acid. From that phosphoglyceraldehyde will be produced, and after that phosphoglyceraldehyde, some will be produced 3 PGA, or after that another will be produced, some will be producing glucose, and some PGLD again will be converted into RUPP, that is known as C3 cycle. Clear? It is known as light independent phase or Kelvin cycle. So I have completed two phases. So after that, again I have come to the definition what is photosynthesis. It is one kind of physiological process where light energy will be converted into chemical energy to form glucose. Clear? It is also known as anabolic or constructive process because with the help of carbon dioxide, water, they will produce one kind of product, that is glucose, and the dry weight also will be increased. So it is known as anabolic process. All living beings depend on this process. Why? Because by this process, plants, especially the green leaves and especially the green parts of the plants, are able to make food that is known as glucose. That glucose will be stored in different parts of the plant in the form of starch, that is known as polymerization, formation of starch or conversion or transformation of starch, that means one complex form of sugar, by glucose is known as polymerization. And green plants are known as producer. Why? Because they, due to presence of this green color, they can make food. And all kinds of living beings, especially herbivores, all kinds of animals or consumers, directly or indirectly depend on them. So that's why they are known as producer. Okay, thank you. If you like my discussion, it is my request, children, please subscribe and like and share my